I want to give you a demonstration of how the statistics wizard works. Don't want people to be shy about using it. It's got a lot of good information. The statistics wizard is really good when you want complete control over the information that you want. You want specific data. You want specific races. You want specific tracks. You want to create your own combinations. This is the tool to come to when you want complete control over it. There's a lot of other statistics on the site that give you a lot of flexibility and control over what you pick, but none of them give you the ability that the wizard does. When you come to the wizard page, first thing that you're going to see is going to be open this tab 1 that says Choose Tracks and Races, and the tab is going to open to the first tab that's relevant to the upcoming race. Here we're coming up to the Daytona 500, so the restrictor plate track accordion came up. You can see down here that you got the road courses. These are flat tracks. We've done some custom groupings already for you here that you can kind of go by, but there are no means are you tied to any of this. So we got the restrictor plate track coming up, Daytona. So let's just say I am really just interested in the Daytona 500, the first race of the season, not the summer one. So I'm going to pick the last 2 Daytona 500s. The asterisk here means that it's a COT race. You can see we got all the COT races marked with asterisks. But let's just say also that I'm interested in how somebody did last year only at Talladega in the spring. Let's just say, just so I can show you kind of the ability of the tool here, you've got down that you just think that Auto Club Speedway really plays into Auto Club in Michigan, let's just say, and you're interested in how drivers did at the last race of the 010 season for both Auto Club and Michigan. And just again to show you things, let's just say we also decide that we want to pick the first 2 races of the season for Bristol. I know I'm kind of going off the reservation here, but I just want to show you that you can pick absolutely any combinations of tracks that you want. And once you pick all those track combinations, the next thing you go over to is the Choose Statistics tab, and you can choose from any of these traditional or NASCAR Loop Data statistics. First part are what I refer to as traditional statistics. Let's just say you want the average start position, average finish position. You're also interested in the total points that a driver had, as well as how many laps they've led. You also want to see what their loop data driver rating was. You want to know how many of their laps were being run in the top 15. And you're also interested in what their average running position is. The table has more than 8 here. The loop wizard restricts it to 8, just so that because if you pick all the statistics, then they're not going to fit on the web page. So I had to cut that off at 8, and it'll tell you if you try and get more, it'll tell you that you've reached your limit. So once I pick my statistics, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to choose my drivers. Now I can just choose all drivers, or I can come down and let's just say I'm narrowing it down to don't know who to pick between Edwards, Boyer, Jr., and Johnson. So I'm kind of doing a driver versus driver. That's just the wizard does whatever you want. You can consider it a driver versus driver. I can pick just 2 drivers if I want. I can pick all the drivers. This can be the starting point for your research. It can be the ending point for your research. It can be the be-all for your research. Now, not everybody wants this kind of control, so they might not want to use the wizard all the time. But if you're really into it, and want total control over the data, then this is your go-to guy. And once you pick your drivers that you want, you come over here to submit and submit it. The wizard's going to do its thing. It's going to crunch the numbers for those 4 drivers that I've picked. It's going to show me over here the races that I've picked. So it's going to list over here every race, and there's pops up and shows you who the winner of that race was and whether it was a COT race or not. You can see that all of these were COT races except for this one. And then it has my 4 drivers. I got 11 starts, shows my average start. The table comes out of the box sorted by total points. So I see that Carl Edwards scored the most points from these races that I've picked. If I want to see who led the most laps, I can resort the table here, and I see that Johnson led a ton of laps. There's 529 laps in these races. If I want to look at their driver rating, I can come over here and sort the table by driver rating. The average running position, percent in the top 15, whatever I want to do. Now, I can go and run another query, which will take me back to the start, or if you're a subscriber to the site, you also should know about the custom groups that you can make. Site subscribers can create any custom groups of drivers that you want. What I mean by custom group is, take for example the Yahoo game. The Yahoo, you got your A, B, C drivers. Well, we do have by default a Yahoo group in here, which would sort the table by the drivers according to those groups. That lets you look at just the A drivers, just the B drivers, just the C drivers. Or I can choose any other group that I want that I've created back in my user dashboard. And so let's say I've got this office league where I'm playing with a bunch of buddies of mine, and we're playing a group game. And so I've created all the drivers. Click on Office League. And what that's going to do here is it's going to sort the statistics. Now all my drivers from my Office League have been added with this same query. It's the same query as before, and these are my specific A group drivers. So when I need to pick, let's just say the rules of the game is I pick one A group driver. Now I see just my A group drivers right here, and I don't have to wade through 50 drivers and try and figure out which ones are my A group and how does he rank, and then I resort tables, and then I'm looking for the driver again. I've just got all my A groups right here, and I want to see sort my my A group drivers by my average rating. Boom, just click it. There it is. So Jimmy Johnson's top. I want who had the total top amount of points. It's Kevin Harvick. I want to come down to my B group. I can do the same thing. I want to see who had the best average finish. It's going to be Matt Kenseth out of my B group drivers. You got each of your driver groups listed right here. It's my C group drivers, my D group drivers, my E group drivers. This makes it ultimately easy to really see each of your drivers in each of your groups. Plus, the statistics wizard just does absolutely anything that you want. You pick the races, you pick the tracks, you pick the drivers, you pick the statistics, and boom, you go. Hope you really like it.